Yep.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. I'm in the driver's seat this time.
This is kind of terrifying. So we're actually flipping the roles in this week's coffee run, and Cree is taking control. She's literally taking the wheel.
That's right.
And she's leading the conversation. Today we got Joel in the background. If you guys were a part of the school during our setup and tear down days, you know that Joel was like the hero of that team and just did incredible stuff for us. And he actually leads in some really cool ways at our church, helping with our Bible discovery and within our Next Steps area and greeting. And so he does a lot. But he and Cree go together. So if you ever see her like hugging on a guy in the atrium,
it's probably him.
It's probably him. So
hopefully.
But, well, Cree, I realize I need to now stop talking.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this is now our opportunity to get to know you a little bit better. We've gone through the staff in these videos, and Matt's like, okay, well, what are we going to do now? And I'm like, whoa, we got one more person to do. So I'm not going to ask you questions about your story and your upbringing, because I think we're going to hear a little bit about that in a couple weeks.
Yeah. So Mixtapes, new series starting in June. And actually I was working on that yesterday, and I was like, this is harder to do than I thought. Yeah. Because there's so many stories I want to tell.
Yeah, and it's a really cool concept, and you're going to hear more of Matt's personal story. So I have two questions. Okay. And we're going to start a little lighter and then end with a little heavier. This is, I'm going to say, nerve-wracking.
It is
talking and driving. Person coming up hot on my tail. Okay, I'm gonna say, don't get mad at me. All right, so so you grew up though down south. Okay, so what were some of the biggest culture shocking like experiences between being a Southerner and being a Northerner?
Oh, that's a good question. This may sound silly, but like breakfast was a big culture shock to me. Okay. Like growing up down south, biscuits were everything. And you guys don't do biscuits real big here. No. So like we would have like we'd have these things called biscuit huts on the side of the road, and old like grandmas would make hundreds of biscuits in the morning, and you would just drive by, and on one side they'd open the window and you'd be like, I'll take a butter biscuit, and you'd swing around to the other side, they'd have a butter biscuit waiting for you, and they were amazing. And there's no biscuit huts.
We're a bagel.
Bagels are big.
Did you have bagels?
Bagels weren't really a thing. They just were in the grocery store.
Is it true that we're meaner up here?
I wouldn't say you're meaner. You're way more direct, which I've grown to really appreciate. Because down south, you're like, do you like me, or are you just being nice?
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's positive. That's positive.
I love the directness. Like, I know where I stand with someone.
Yeah. Cool. So you were at the Berks campus. For how long were you there?
We were there for about 4 years, just over 4 years.
Okay. And then you came to launch the West Shore, which was an unexpected turn of events.
Totally
for you
unexpected.
and your family. Yep. And so now you're here, and just love to hear some of your, heartbeat for leading the West Shore and leading this campus. And you know me, I'm big on goals. Yeah. Like, what are we chasing out
I think what I have fallen in love with on the West Shore is there is just this budding potential that just, man, these tassels are like going. It's awesome.
The speed bumps
I think what I love about the West Shore is there's just this incredible potential that's just like, it feels like it's right below the surface. And so what made us excited to say yes was whenever we first came, and you could just feel it. You could feel the energy, you could feel the hope. And then this whole last year, even though COVID has totally changed some of my expectations, I feel all that it's done is matured that expectation and that hope of what God's going to do in this area, and just prepared us for. So when I think about the future, I just think about what does it look like to be a regional impact. I really thought you were going to hit that car for a second.
I didn't know who was stopping. If it was me or her, but I won.
So I think about West Shore as I do our Ephrata campus, or even our Manheim campus. Like, there's no reason we couldn't become a Manheim one day and impact our region. I was talking with some folks the other day that from Manheim, 17 campuses have come, over 20,000 people weekly and connect with Jesus because of what he's done there. And why couldn't he do it here? Why couldn't we be another Manheim one day, impacting this huge region and the potential that's around us? So
I love that. That's awesome. Yeah. Super cool.
Well, there we go.
Well, there was like no line, so I was unprepared for the ending, but
well,
that's good. Yeah, so it's good to know you better.
Cree's about to order some coffee. Yeah. We're excited to see you guys tonight at the worship night. So before the person honks behind us, we'll go. See ya. Bye.